In the 11 Alive Newsroom, I'm Cheryl Preheim. It is deadline day for Georgia counties to certify election results. Secretary Brad Raffensperger doing a briefing, his first public remarks since the election. Let's listen in.
I work every day with my team to put you, our voters, first, and that is what I've done. That's why I led to ensure that Georgia had the most secure, free, fair, and fast elections in the United States. Over the last 6 years, we have made many improvements to increase security and accessibility for voters, while at the same time improve the voter experience with short lines and fast results. I delivered on that promise, and voters responded 1 week ago with record turnout. So I digress for a second here. Speaking of fast results, we posted some of them, but for the top 5 counties that we have for fast results, 4 of them got them up there before 7:01. Number 5 was Gordon County, 7:01:08 p.m. Number 1 was Floyd County. Number 2, Greene. Number 3, Douglas. 4, Brantley, and then Gordon. But that's the kind of results we had on election night. I just wanted to give a shout out to the top 5. We have 159 counties, and I would be here a little bit long if I did every single one of them. But congratulations. Well, thank you to all the Georgians who did their duty to vote in the safest, most secure election in our nation's here. Millions of voters showed up to vote, and you voted in record numbers. Nearly 5.3 million, just 10,000 votes short. Today, counties across Georgia will reconfirm the will of Georgia voters with county certifications by 5 p.m. today. I said from the beginning, some people will be happy about the election results and some will be sad. But the fact is, we won the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And every single Georgian can take it to the bank that these election results reflect the will of Georgia's voters, you the voter. Thank you to the thousands of poll workers you delivered for our voters. You are the real national heroes. Just like in 2020 and 2022, Georgia had a successful election because you work every day to protect every legal vote. Again, I am grateful to the voters of Georgia. I work every day to protect you, the voter, and that is what I have done. I put you first. Election integrity doesn't happen just in the 11th hour, as some fringe activists poorly claim to try to do this past month. It is planned years in advance. That is why I've led the effort to ensure that only American citizens vote in our elections, and why I fought for election security to add photo ID for all forms of voting here in Georgia. I ran on that, and I delivered. I've also led the effort to create the cleanest voter rolls in the entire country by joining a multi-state partnership to ensure voters only vote once. And to those who interfere in our elections, I have a very direct message for you. Citizens will not be fearful of coming out to vote. In spite of having over 60 bomb threats, people still voted. We will not be coward. You will not sow discord and strife. It didn't work. We'll meet you again, and we'll beat you again next time. That is because I have led the creation of strong partnerships with law enforcement from the national level down to the local level. I stand here today ready to defend every legal vote, regardless of the results, just as I did in 2020, 2022, and we look forward to certifying the 2024 elections. And that is the real integrity. Thank you. Do we have any questions, or pretty well? Yes, sir. Pardon me? You got to repeat this. Scream it out louder. I hear this next floor above. Yeah. We've identified it. We believe it's foreign. Again, the Russians, now sending out additional disinformation, and that was really happened in several locations throughout the entire country. But the federal authorities will actually weigh on that, but that's our initial determination. Thank you. By 5 p.m. today, by state law. I believe every single county will be in good shape and have it done.
Secretary Raffensperger, you have indicated that you anticipated possibly some type of legal challenge either by the Harris campaign or the Trump campaign, depending on the result of the election in Georgia. Have you seen any evidence of anything like that in Waterline?
There shouldn't be. I think the results were very conclusive. Whether people like them or not, those results were very conclusive. But after 2018, Stacey Abrams lost by 55,000 votes. We had about 10 lawsuits. Roll it forward, we had some in 2020, obviously, on the other side. But I don't anticipate any. I think what we've shown, the equipment has been through elections, same equipment, and these are the results. And so we fully expect that people will accept the results. I think that would be a healthy thing for our republic. Yeah, we had about 4 or 5 of those precincts were closed as dogs went through there and swept. Some of them were like 20 minutes, and one was up to 50 minutes. But other than that, that was just about 4 or 5 in the entire state, with well over 65. We identified very early on that it was foreign-based. We said it was Russians. In the afternoon, the FBI confirmed that. So we just continued on, and so did the poll workers. And really, the law enforcement said, it's safe, continue working. It's not a credible threat. Not to my knowledge. Yes, sir. We expect everyone to follow the law, follow the Constitution, and that's our tact all the time. We want everyone basically to have, free, fair, and fast elections. I think that's very important. We then expect people to follow the law. I don't believe with the results that we've had there'd be any questions in doubt who actually won the state of Georgia. I've been very clear. I called the race probably at 10:45 p.m. National news media didn't want to pick it up, but I called the governor at 10:30 to let him know this is the way it was going to go. That's still under investigation, and we'll have a full report on all of that.
What happened? How many of those ones
Well, that's just something that we'll do our investigation. We'll give that information to the state election board, and then it'll be into their area for what they want to do with it.
Realizing that you're expecting all the counties to certify and have any individual counties contacted you to raise the issues that they have that may disclose their ability to certify?
We've taken care of any questions that they are. Right now we feel like we're in great shape. They feel like they're in good shape. So 5 p.m., that's the requirement, and they intend to meet it. And I'm grateful for that. Well, thank you all. Looks like we had a great election cycle. Free, fair, and fast. Can't beat that.
Secretary Raffensperger making his first public comments since the close of the 2024 election on the day that all 159 counties must certify by 5 p.m. and Secretary Raffensperger saying all are on pace to do that, sort of taking a victory lap on what he was touting as the fastest, most secure and fair elections in the country happening in the state of Georgia. And he said it pretty quickly, but did make note of 2020 and 2022, saying that this year, as the Republicans take the state of Georgia by roughly 120,000 votes, that it was an election with integrity, just as it was in 2020 when Joe Biden won Georgia by about 11,000 votes. Shouting out a couple of counties for getting all of their votes in by 7:01, talking about what he called improvements to the voter experience and ones that sped up the process while making it more secure. So from the Secretary of State's office in Georgia, that kind of wraps up Decision 2024. I'm Cheryl Preheim.